Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl Sophia, the American Mariam, and we are here with an energy reading for the Lionsgate portal. This is 8/8. I've never done a live reading like this, and so this is very terrifying for me. But let's go ahead and get started. So first, all praise, glory, and honor be to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we just ask that our whole spiritual team come and encircle us and surround us and allow us to deliver a message that will be helpful to those who are seeking the truth. Truth seekers only. And of course, we want to call in all of the martyrs, all of the saints, all of the ancestors to come through and do what they do. Come through and do what they do. All right, so what prompted me to try and deliver this message is that I was listening to, well, first of all, let's start with this. This morning I had a revelation or a thought that the things that I've been asking for, we've been fasting and praying, of course, and the things I've been asking for, they're related to, a lot of it is related to finances. But at what point is enough? How much is enough? You know what I mean? And so, like, I have just been thinking, like, okay, well, if my spiritual team can come through for me today and get what I need to, to take care of whatever is going on, then I will deliver this message. And then before I could even go to sleep this morning, I started getting messages from people I haven't talked to in 4 and 5 years. And then my high school sends out a message that they're going to have a reunion, like today. And I was like, that's quite interesting. So I was like, okay, well, that is obvious to me that there's something going on here. Let's see, let's see what happened. So I went to sleep and I woke up. And, I started thinking, I'm probably just going to go ahead and try to do this live message thing anyway, just because, it seems like somebody heard my thoughts and decided they was going to interfere with what was supposed to happen today. And so I was listening to another reader, and she said that, like, word for word. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening. So somebody is trying to keep me from, receiving what I'm supposed to receive by keep delaying me. Every time I ask for something, they just like, oh, this is what she's asking for? Well, delay. Delay it so that she'll never get into her dream. So I say, well, listen, if the Most High don't want me to do this, I won't be doing it for long. But let me just go ahead and do this now so that I can fulfill my part of it and show that I really want what I'm asking for, and so that these people can know that they have no power. I mean, the messages I received, the fact that, my high school decided to do a reunion, it's like, we graduated in May. Y'all are just talking about this in August? Like, that's weird. That's weird to me. So, we're just shuffling the cards here. A couple cards already came out. The Magician and the King of Wands. Okay, so y'all already know. Well, you don't know. You're going to find out a lot about how I read cards today. Y'all going to find out. I don't read cards like anyone else. I have my own method because I use my tarot spiral to read cards, right? And so, okay, so the Magician, that automatically, you could take that one or two ways. With the King of Wands, I'm going to take it the way of, this is a master magician, some kind of person who is engaged in black magic, being that it's here with the King of Wands, that is interfering with what is going on. And the King of Wands is also in the same slice as the Lover, so this is probably somebody in some Gemini energy. Let's see. Let's see. How do I see this? The Magician, King of Wands, these two came out. First Magician, of course, tells me that it's black magic because it's paired here with this King of Wands. And of course, we have the 9, the 2, and the 7. All right, so guess what? These people, man, they never, Satan must not be able to sleep. Okay, so we have the magician here, right? Heavy Aquarius, heavy Saturn energy, probably work with Saturn. King of Wands into this Gemini energy. This tells me that this is some probably men, that are trying to put you, me, us into this energy, this Nine of Swords energy where we are in our own heads. Because remember, the magician, the King of Wands, they have no control over you, right? Their black magic actually doesn't do anything to you. What it does is convinces you to do it to yourself. So they've been, and what do they want to keep from you? They want to keep this happy relationship from you. And this is Cancer energy. They want to do it by having you build a wall around yourself. And because this Seven of Wands is also in the slice with the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is one of my main cards, this tells me that this person is trying to use religion, some kind of religious belief, to force me to build a wall around myself, or you to build a wall around yourself using religion. Okay, let's see what else we got. Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people that want me to build a wall around myself? Force me to build a wall around myself with their hating. I mean, these people do nothing but hate. I mean, they think they can be Jesus. That's really the problem. The magician card is really the power of our brother, right? Of Yeshua. But they want to be like Yeshua, but they can't. They literally cannot be him because they do not serve at the pleasure of the father and the mother. So they can't. They do a bunch of, thinking that they have some kind of power. And even in this, this King of Wands card, you see there's a little like gecko right there. You know what I mean? Like in the magician card, it has all these flowers down here, but the flowers are like, they're there because they put them there. They're not there because they're willing, And also, you see the magician, he has the wand, he has a rod right here, and also a sword. And that's their primary weapon, is using that sword, that mental magic. Here we go, Page of Swords. Page of Swords. And the King of Swords and the Page of Swords go together. They're in the same slice. So you have this magician. He's controlling his fake army. This is the Leviathan energy all day. Controlling this fake army. Trying to convince you to, to take yourself out. There's too many cards. No, it's not. Okay, so have you in deep contemplation. Make you feel like you got all these burdens, But, good for you. You're actually moving away from this energy, right? You're moving away from this energy. You have the Chariot here. Of course, the Chariot is in Cancer energy. And then you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is in, is that 8? 8 of Cups. Yeah, that's in the Virgo energy. That's in the Virgo slice. So, it's almost like where are we moving towards? We're moving away. We're taking our cups and we're moving away. Actually, we're walking away from the cups. And again, this is kind of like back to this energy here where they have you in your head to keep you from this energy, right? This energy of being able to keep you in this energy of building a wall around yourself, heavy thought about all this stuff. And even in this picture, he's standing at the top of this mountain in thought, but there's nothing down there. It's desolate. So why are you thinking about something that's desolate? That makes no sense. See? This is how the Leviathan always works. And then, just carrying all these heavy burdens. Literally holding up these heavy burdens. But guess what? These things ain't even tied to nothing. If you look at this card, these burdens, they don't have nothing. They're not tied to anything. They're just they're imaginary, more imagination. You know what I mean? All of this is just flat out imaginary. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be, moving quickly towards this, this partnership, but then they still have you in this, what are we moving? What are we moving towards? What are we moving towards? What is this energy exactly? The Chariot is fast moving energy at that, because it moves with the moon. That's why it's fast moving, because it moves with the moon. The moon is a fast moving energy. It's not a slow moving energy. It's fast. Every 28 days, a cycle is complete, right? And so we've got this moon energy we're supposed to be moving towards, moving with, in sync with. And, instead we're walking away. Walking away, the cups are right there, and we just left them and walked away. Now, why would you do that? Why would you leave the cups and walk away? What would be the point of that? What would be the point of that, to leave the cups and walk away? What are these people trying to accomplish? No, what are you supposed to get that they really don't want you to have? I mean, you see, we got this relationship here, this equal give and take, this Two of Cups, which is also in, listen, these two are both in moon energy. This is supposed to be going with the moon cycles, This should be something that's coming in with the moon cycles. Oh my God. The anti-hero. If y'all, no one seen my story. In my story, this is always the anti-hero. The Fez bros, they are always after me. I'm just put these together. This goes over here. Look at this. The Magician. And the Fez bros, right? Here, this is what they want. They want you in the Ten of Swords energy. Using the swords, the Magician using the swords. They want you paranoid. Paranoid, protecting a bunch of nothing. What are you even protecting at that point? And of course, this is who their master is that they're using. Of course. But even the devil doesn't want to work with them. As I've been saying, the demons don't want to work with these. The Leviathan is gone. So they're working with something that's not even here to help them. And so what do they think they're going to accomplish? Because everything, whoa, look at this. Hierophant, what I tell y'all. They're using that religion against you. What was that? That was with the Seven of Wands. We got the 7 here. Oh yeah, it's in a different color. So they're trying to use that Hierophant energy for you to build a wall. But this is also kind of like a solution, right? Let's put these together. Right? Because you can use that Hierophant energy to build yourself a wall in between these people. That would be the best out. What is this? We got Temperance, which goes with the Hierophant. 5 of Cups. That's the energy they want you in. And the Page of Pentacles, which is with this other Cups energy. Okay, so we know our basic anti-hero. When we tell our story, this is how these people are going to show up. These are people who are working against you. Right? And so these people who are working against you, let's tell the story. Let's tell the story. Let's tell the story. Let's tell the story. Ooh. Let's tell the story. This card still came out. Alright. Let's tell the story. Because the whole thing about me, when I read the cards, we're telling a story here. We got a story to tell. And what we're going to figure out is, what is the story exactly? All right. So we have the magician working with the devil. Leviathan is gone, so he's working with his imagination. But they're using this Page of Swords over here and this King of Wands energy. Page of Swords energy, King of Wands energy, Fez-Bros, which is the Seven of Swords, to put you in this energy. This is the energy they're trying to put you in. Yeah. This is the energy they're trying to put you in. Right? This is the energy they're trying to put you in. And they want you in this energy to keep you from getting to this energy. We're going to go into another deck in a minute. And the energy they want you in is they want you in your head, unable to sleep. They want you, thinking that somebody is trying to fight you everywhere you look. They want you paranoid. They want you, looking out at a desolate land as if it's a great opportunity. They want you to be carrying a bunch of burdens that don't even have, they're not even your burdens. They don't even have weight. They want you to stab your own self in the back. They want you to walk away from your cups. They want you to cry over spilled milk. Why? To prevent you from getting into this Hierophant energy and this Temperance energy. Temperance is Pisces energy, and it's in the Hierophant and Temperance together are both, and these cards both have white backgrounds. That's not quite right. They got gray in the original. Anyway, they both have gray backgrounds. Anyway, they want you, and that's why I don't have the Chariot up here. The Chariot is more so in the same slice, in this yellow energy, which is, it's more active. It's supposed to be positive. But, this energy, the Hierophant, the Temperance, this is the energy that comes from the spirit realm. This is that bright white light that comes from the spirit realm, and it shines and illuminates you and brings you into, your divinity, right? Because we got a crown on the Hierophant. We've got the crown there. And, of course, they're trying to block you from this news about your money, this news about your protection. They want, to keep you from being able to build your own wall to protect yourself. They want to keep you from, receiving any messages about love. And they're doing that by mental means. They don't have anything else but this mental, prison. That's all they have is this mental prison. They don't have anything else. They don't have anything else. That's all they have. So let's look at let's pull our Rhabdomancy tarot. Now remember, if you don't remember, the Rhabdomancy tarot is extremely esoteric. Just gonna see what is going on. Probably not gonna pull too many cards from here because these cards are real serious. I hope they're all upright. These cards we definitely don't read in reverse. I didn't look. Was this what was on the bottom? Oh, I didn't even look. Okay, so what we want to know from this spread is what can we do to counteract this negative, mental imprisonment and, fake, problems that they keep sending at us. What can we do to counter this? Because this energy keeps coming up. It's coming up in all of the readers' readings, these people using these demons or whatever it is. And I just noticed in the devil card, he has wings too. Because remember, the demons are under dominion of the Most High. So they can't do anything other than what they're allowed to do. And so the fact that these people have been using these entities, lying to them about what they're trying to do, making up stuff, all kinds of stuff they've been telling these people, telling these entities that you've been doing, that you've been, breaking these laws, that you've been whatever it is. We want to know what is the strategy for combating this? How do we get around this? How do we this card. We'll probably do 2 more. You know, they've been lying to these entities. They've literally been lying to them. And that's why they're in so much trouble as it is. So we've got the Empress. It really was the Empress card. We've got the Empress. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So we have the Page of Pentacles again out here. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which is questioning. That's exactly. We've got the Seven of Cups, the alchemical process. And we've got the Chariot. Okay, so the answer is over here. Most of these cards are also over here. The Empress is not. Let's see. Where are we going to put these? We've got the Two of Pentacles. We got the Page of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles can go with that. The Seven of Pentacles. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. Oh, that's the Seven of Cups. There's Cups. We've got the Empress. And we've got the Chariot. We've got the Chariot, clarifying the Chariot. We've got, oh Lord. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these cards. All right, so the Empress, we have recently elevated our beautiful mother to the number 2 position. She was 3, but really, well, 1 actually is the first card. She's 1, the Magician is 2, and the High Priestess is 3. So she's back in her proper order. So on here, the Empress is Delet. It means door. The intelligence is illuminating. The path is path 14, which is nature. The attribute is peace, conflict. 7 is the Church of Smyrna of Venus, traits, tribulation, and faith. So this is basically like, it's almost like this stuff had to happen, right? Like, what does Yeshua say? No one can go to the Father except through me. You have to go through me. So and Yeshua is really the representation of the mother, the masculine representation of the mother. He came to do the mother's will. You know, that's pretty well established. And so basically what you have is you know, you have to go through Yeshua. He's the one that gave the example. And so we had to go through this door, right? It's not like, you know, it's not like we could prevent this stuff from happening, because these people over here, they're totally delusional. I always say about the devil card, they're totally freaking delusional. They have no, even these Frez bros are delusional, right? If you've heard me talk about this card before, because this man's got 5 swords in his hand. First of all, those are all sharp. So he's slicing and dicing. Look at this. He's slicing and dicing his hands up. You know what I mean? He left two of the swords behind. You know, he's, you know, tiptoeing away like somebody doesn't see him with these 5 swords. So this man is delusional. I've always said that. That is a delusional character right there with the fez on. Thinking that he's Mother Mary in his red shoes, right? Yeah, all these people that have on red shoes, they're LARPers, as they're Mary LARPers, just like this Page of Swords. This is why this is not really a person that you listen to, because he is also LARPing as Mother Mary. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're not, you know, the daughter. You're not the Mother Mary. You're just not. So quit LARPing, right? So anyway, so it's almost like you have to go through this door, right? This is not really something that you could prevent, but you can control how you take it. And the way that you control it, down here we have this fast moving energy. This letter, this Chariot card, it correlates with it's the path from Binah to Gabora. It correlates with the letter Chet, which you can see that's kind of like a door too. So you have Delet, which is a door, right? You see that looks kind of like a door. But then you have Chet, which is door. So these are doors that kind of had to be taken, right? You know, just like You have to go through this door. And the meaning is fence or canopy. The intelligence is influencing. See, this intelligence is illuminating. So it's lighting all this stuff up so that you can see it. This intelligence is influencing. So it is you have to influence them instead of them influencing you. The path is 18 or ownership. The attribute is speech. The 12 tribes is Naphtali or Cancer. And the traits are communication and struggle. So really, it's kind of like you had to go through these doors. These are the doors. The communication and struggle door, the tribulation and faith path. There's no real way to get out of this energy, right? Like to avoid it. You can't avoid it. It's one of those things you just have to go through. Which is why you have the Hierophant here and the Temperance. You know, this is your faith. Your literally your faith is what is supposed to hold you up at this time. You have the Hierophant is here in between two pillars, and then you have the Temperance here, which is, you know, almost like the guardian between the upper realm and the lower realm, you know, meeting out help, you know, with the cups. Right, and then here we have the Seven of Cups, speaking of cups, which is the alchemical process. And the alchemical process is basically transmuting the energy. So that's how you have to deal with these things. You transmute the energy so that you can actually do something, you know, with it. And you're not just, you know, having this energy and then there's nothing that you can do with it. You know, you have to transmute the energy. You have to send the energy somewhere else. So all this energy that they're sending to you, you send it back to them. Why? You own it. You own what's yours. You know, if you're in this energy, if you're in this, you own what's yours. But what's not yours, you send back. And so if none of this energy is yours, like for me, this energy is not mine. So when this type of energy comes towards me, I always send it back. These Fez bros, I always send their energy back to them. That's why they're so mad at me now. And this is a number 7 too. Okay, so then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is this unicursal hexagram. And, you know, it's the path that you take. And we can't really make too much out of this because their actual, the Kabbalist tree of life is not proper. It's wrong, you know. So and that's part of the illusion. They give you this stuff, right? They got all these little things and they're all wrong. And so that's the choice. Are you going to choose to believe this stuff? That's it. Are you going to choose to believe this stuff that's all wrong? It's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. Or are you going to choose to use the alchemical process to transmute that information and send it back to them? Like, I know this is not our tree of life because our tree of life does not have the sun in the center. It's just not. Jupiter's in the center. So why would I accept this if I know that it's not true? The same thing with this. Why would I accept these energies from these fools, this group of men, stupid men and reckless women? Why? And this is all men. There's no women here. There's one woman here. One token woman that they've been using. You know what I mean? Just to procreate their evil. But the rest of these people, these are men. These are men doing this to you. Really reckless men. And here again we have the page of coins or pentacles. And this is Matthew chapter 25 through 28. And we have read this. Let me look in the book real quick to tell me what this is about. If you look on my Sophia Spiritual Light channel, we talk about this chapter. I think I've read the whole thing. It's under my Bible study playlist. All right, so the Page of Pentacles card is entitled Matthew 25 through 28. It has the 4 living creatures of Ezekiel and Revelation, which are pictured on the Wheel of Fortune and the World cards of the Rider-Waite deck. Each are associated with a different gospel. The angel is associated with the gospel of Matthew. So we have 2 angel references, right? We have this angel that's in this picture, and then we have the Temperance angel. Okay, which means that the influence the help is going to come from on high. It's not this, you know, This is not, only thing we can do is accept or reject this. It's the angels, it's the martyrs that are going to have to come up and really assist with this information right here. Okay, the 5 burning lamps at the top refer to the parable of the 10 bridesmaids. It shows the burning lamps of the 5 bridesmaids who had enough oil for the bridegroom's return. The 26th chapter recounts the plot to have Yeshua crucified. The 27th chapter tells of Yeshua being judged by the Romans and the chief priests, and Judah working with the chief priests to betray Yeshua. The spices being brought to anoint Christ's body on the 3rd day are represented by the 3 canisters at the bottom of the card. So this is talks about the last couple days of Yeshua's life or whatever. So this gives me the feeling that, like, you know, this is kind of fast moving energy. Of course, pentacles are, pages. Let me put this back down here. Because it's fast moving energy along with the chariot and the 2 of cups. And pages bring news. So it's, the news is coming. And it's more news about money than it is about, you know, people getting their tails beat. But there's news about both. About the defeat of our enemies and also about our money being restored. However, you're not going to be able to get this news if you're over here believing that this is true. And that's what this Lionsgate is about. It's really about you choosing to believe these things aren't true. This is what I had to do for myself today. You know, and say, you know, these things are not true. I mean, I hear them. I understand what is being said, but they're not true. They're just not true. They're just not true. And I'm not going to let them be true when I know that they're not true. They're just not. Let's look at the life purpose oracle cards. This might be it. Of course, on the bottom of the deck, children. Remember, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. You know, we have to, there's a whole generation of kids out here, split the deck. What? Nutrition. Children again. You know, feeding these kids, not just the physical, you know, food, but also spiritual food. Again, with this Hierophant card up here. We have to feed these children. They're not just, you know, children as in young people, but it's also children in the sense of, you know, people who don't know these truths, these wicked things that's been going on, and they don't really know how to deal with them, you know. So what we want from these cards is we just want a little bit of clarification on how our energy should be held up, how to keep track of ourselves. Then we're going to get a couple Psalms cards, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's see what we got. We got leadership. Take charge of the situation. And we've got flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings others through to what? Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. Good Lord, if I could read. Let's get one more. So leadership, you know, if you don't have any fresh flowers, which I don't have any right now, I'm going to go and get some. That's definitely always a good thing to have some fresh flowers around. Or even drink some tea, you know what I mean? Like, and relax. And definitely the leadership, taking charge of the situation, not let them just, you know, put this negative energy on you. And of course, we have the artist card, which is engaging in artistic activities. It's beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So, and this is exactly what the, look, I wish I could tell y'all I was making this up, but this is exactly what the girl was saying in the reading I was watching. Like, we have to, you know, when you get your opportunity to take your break, and this is what the conclusion I really had to come to. When you get your opportunity to take a break, what they're going to try to do is bombard you with other opportunities. Now, why would they do that? Because they know if they can convince you that your break, you know, these ancestors, these angels coming through, you know, and bringing you some peace is not good enough. If they could convince you that the angel literally pouring out your blessing, you know, these pentacles literally being delivered to you, you know, on a silver platter, you know, your ability to transmute this information, it's not good enough. If they can convince you that this is not good enough, you will forfeit your blessing. So you have to ask yourself, how much is enough? How much do I need? Once I have everything on my list, ooh, this is for me too. This is especially for me. Once I have everything on my list, how much more do I need? How much more money do I need? How much more, stuff do I need? Once I have everything that I've asked for, my relationships are in good standing and I'm, experiencing a lot of abundance and a lot of joy. What else do I need? At what point do I get into my leadership role and take charge of what's going on? At what point do I focus in on my flowers, gardening, taking care of, the mother nature? At what point do I, engage in this artistic ability that I have? At what point do I do that? How much do I have to get out of this energy of thinking that what I do have is not enough? What is it that how much do I have to have? And you have to know that because, the Leviathan, they're looking for a way back in, and so they know that they can't get in by, giving you lack anymore. The lack is not going to work. The fear is not going to work. That's not working anymore. So their new strategy is to drown you in abundance. Because look at this. I'm not going to put this over here. Okay. Even look at this. Right? And hear what they're trying to drown you with, right? You got, a lot of these cards are high cards, right? You got a 10, you got an 8, you got another 10. So there's 2 10s here. There's 2 8s here. There's 2 9s. Wow. 2 9s, 2 8s, 2 10s. Wow. This is crazy. We got 2 9s, 2 8s, 2 9s, and 2 10s. Two 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s. Right? 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s. Right? They're giving you double portions of negative stuff. 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s. So they're overwhelming you with abundance. They're overwhelming you with issues coming at you, right? They're overwhelming you with paranoia. Paranoia is both of these. These 9s are both paranoia. They're overwhelming you with burdens. They're overwhelming you with burdens. With wands and with swords, right? They're giving you fake information and telling you that it's yours, right? You got the cups here. You got 2 cups still there, but they're making you cry over what was lost. They're making you, want to be in this desolate place, right? They're giving you all of these illusions. At what point do you say these illusions don't matter? How many pentacles do you need? How many pentacles do you need to know that this is not real? This is 7. This is 2. You would rather have the wrong 2 pentacles or the real... this is not pentacles. I'm sorry. This is cups. I'm sorry. You can have the wrong 2 pentacles. They're wrong, but there's 2. Or you can have the 7 cups. They're not pentacles. They're cups. Abundance in all kinds of ways. So that's the real question. How much abundance is enough for you to ignore this stuff? Because this stuff right here, this is a problem. This is a problem. I don't need the ancestors to come and to fight every single weekend for me to know that the ancestors are here. That one fight that we had with those people, I know for a fact that they're here. I don't need them to come back and keep fighting because, I want to see, a certain group of people get their tail beat. I'm not asking for that. But are you saying, oh, the ancestors, they need to come and fight everybody? No. They had one good fight. It was a really good fight. I don't need to see, and nobody was killed. So I don't need to see another fight. Why do I need to see another fight? What I really want to see is the flowers. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see flowers being given to those people who have been out here, you know, fighting this energetically. You know, I want to see the art that comes from these people. You know, I want to see the beauty that comes from out of these people who now don't have to fight this because you've got these angels here taking care of business. If these angels are here taking care of business, then I don't care about this stuff. Because really it's about the ancestors, you know, getting getting what they deserve. Not about me. The fighting and stuff, that's not for me. That's for the ancestors. That's what they deserve. How many fights do they need to they embarrass those people so bad they don't ever need to do that again. And it's up to you to stand up and say enough is enough. Again, this is why it's the alliance, this energy, you know, is just that kind of energy where you have to stand up and say, you know, take charge. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let's look at the Psalms. And we're going to get out of here. These are cards I haven't really used at all. These are very melancholic cards, and I don't think I've ever really used them because they're so they're very melancholic, right? They're just like kind of like watercolors, but they're not like exciting watercolors. So let's see. Let's get a couple of these. You know, we really have to know when to say enough is enough. When you have enough money, when you have enough abundance, how much is enough? But you do have to have enough. Like, in general, you just have to know what is enough. You know, you have to know what is enough. You have to know when to say, okay, I have this person that I love and that loves me as far as these relationships are concerned, and I'm just going to work on this. You know, I don't have to go out there and get overindulged, you know, because that's, again, this is what these people do. When they've given you, you know, when you think you've had, you know, when they have to give up, right? There's nothing that they can do. Look, here's another crown. Another crown. Another crown. You know, you have to know when to walk away. You have to know when to walk away and say, okay, I've had enough. We're going to look at these scriptures. Ooh. See if we got one more. You have to know when enough is enough. You have to know when you have enough abundance. You know, I've seen one fight. Do I need to see a bajillion other fights? No. No, I don't need to see a bunch of other fights to know that the ancestors have gotten their, you know, whatever it is that they were trying to get. They've proven their point that they're here. Okay, to me, I don't need more fights. Matter of fact, that would ruin the situation. You know, because we don't want to want to end up being like, you know, like our enemy who says, you know, we want, you know, they want to see every single Christian murdered, you know, every single believer in our brother murdered. We don't need to see every one of them murdered. I just don't need that. And it's very tempting, you know, it's very, very tempting because you know how people are. We want what someone else has, but I don't want what someone else has. We have Psalms 8 and 7. That's this card. And this card says, you have made him master over your handiwork, laying the world at his feet. You can do anything. That you are infinite possibility because you are a child of infinite possibility. Know that infinite possibility fills and surrounds you. At any moment, you can reach out for what you desire, embracing it, living it. Of course, this goes with the leadership card. Purging the word impossibility from your vocabulary is a necessary step in your journey in the realm of finite to that of infinite. If you remain oblivious to your true identity, you will never reach out fully, and all your unfulfilled desires and unlived experience will linger on, waiting for your next incarnation. The evolution of soul occurs after many incarnations. Typically, the corresponding Kabbalistic term for reincarnation, which is translated as rolling soul. Okay, so the next one is 21 and 4. All right, that's this one right here. And this is the crown. It says, you have proffered him blessings of good things, have set upon his head a crown of fine gold. And it says, you have arrived. The moment you've been hoping for has finally arrived. All of your hard work is paying off. Countless times over the years, you've told yourself, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. Today, you realize that you've been lying to yourself. Go ahead, say it out loud. I am good enough. I am good enough is how we would say it. I have what it takes. The stellar achievement proves that you haven't been deluding yourself. You summon the courage to believe in yourself despite the doubt which swirled it around you, in and around you. Celebrate and give to those in need. Again, that's what I was saying. How much is enough? Once you have enough, and make sure you have enough, but once you have enough, hey, you give other people their flowers, okay? Whenever we receive, we should give in turn. He who gives a small coin to a poor man obtains 6 blessings, and he who addresses to him words of comfort obtains 11 blessings, right? That's the whole Talmud mess. Okay, so we're not going to read the rest of that. But you get the point. When you receive, when you have enough, you turn around and you give people their flowers. And this last one is 71:6. And it says, that's this card. While yet unborn, I depended on you. In the womb of my mother, you were my support. I will sing your praises always. You are never alone. You feel vulnerable right now. Something is missing, which if you had it, would help you feel secure. Perhaps you need emotional support so you can take the next step, or money so you can pay bills. Know that you are never alone. When you are by yourself, you are not by yourself. Someone powerful is with you every second of every minute of every hour of every day. And that someone is divine, the drop of light known, which carries you through the world. Remind yourself that the light of lights, whose power far exceeds the combined power of every weapon on the face of the earth, dwells within you. Feeling vulnerable, though exceedingly human, is wholly unnecessary. Again, all of this negativity right here in the middle, listen, this stuff is not real. This stuff is not real. It's a figment of your imagination. And it's trying to get you to count yourself out. The numbers are counting up, so you will count yourself out. So just ignore it. It's not real. It's not real. You have to you have to be the leader in your own life and say, hey, this is not real. I'm not going to be participating in this. I don't believe this. I don't want this. This is not mine. I'm going to give it back to you because it's yours. It's simply not mine. And that's how you have to handle these situations. You can't let these people put this stuff on you, tell you that it's yours, make stuff up, make you believe stuff that's just not true. You just can't do that. You can't do that. We're at a point where the Leviathan is no more. These magicians have no power. My situation today is proof that they're just trying to, call themselves back in, link themselves back in, and they can't. They're trying to tether themselves back to you. Don't let them. Don't let them. They can't do it if you don't let them. And so what you have to really do is take control of yourself and just ignore all of this stuff that they've been saying, this crazy stuff that they're doing. This projection that they've been putting onto you as if this stuff is yours. This stuff is not yours. This stuff is not yours, what they've been putting on you. You've just been accepting it. And I would say that now's the time to, when our ancestors walked through that portal, when the portal opened on the 28th, and I know for a fact that they walked through that portal because that was a day that I started fasting. I started fasting, and my saint is the saint over that day. And so they walked through that portal that day. Now it's in their hands. It's not in your hands. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I hope this is helpful to someone. Love and light and much respect to you. And we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.